Hi you guys, welcome to your September 2024 astrological forecast. The month starts off with, on the 1st, Uranus turning retrograde. So all of the outer planets except for Jupiter are all retrograde right now. We've got Uranus in Taurus, okay, turning retrograde on the 1st. Then we have Saturn and Neptune still in Pisces retrograde. And Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius at the end of August, and then on the 2nd it falls back into Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime. Whatever, we'll be long dead before it re-enters Capricorn. It takes that long to get through each zodiac sign, right? So Pluto does move back into Capricorn on the 2nd and is there up until November 19th when it fully moves into Aquarius. Okay, and I will be doing a video on Pluto in Aquarius. Okay, but anyways, there's a new moon in Virgo on the 2nd. The sun is in the sun is in Virgo up until the 22nd, and Mercury starts off in Leo in direct motion, you know, on the 1st, right? And moves forward again into Virgo on the 9th. Then, let's see here, Mars is just in Gemini for just the first few days up until the 4th. And Mars moves into Cancer for the rest of the month. Then, okay, we have a full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces, okay, on the 17th. Then on the 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. Also on the 22nd, Venus moves into Scorpio. Sorry, I forgot to mention, Venus is in Libra from the 1st up until the 22nd when it moves into Scorpio. And then Mercury's moving very fast again, okay, in Virgo. It moves it back into Virgo or forward into Virgo again on the 9th and then moves into Libra on the 26th. Okay, so let me see here. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about the planets. You guys, don't forget to check out my weekly forecast is now daily shorts whenever there's a major aspect. Okay, so don't forget to look for those. Like, subscribe, and share if you like my videos. I really appreciate all your interactions with me. You know what? Now for your forecast. Hi, Scorpio. So, let's see here. Well, the big news for you is Venus is entering your sign, but not until the 22nd. So, I'll get to that later, right? But anyways, the month does start off with a new moon in Virgo on the 2nd, and where you have Virgo in your chart is your 11th house. The sun is here up until the 22nd, and Mercury is moving back into Virgo again on the 9th. Okay, Mercury last month was retrograde and direct in both back and forth between Leo and Virgo. So now the month starts off with Mercury in direct motion in Leo up until the 9th, then it moves into Virgo on the 9th, right? Up until that point, you still have Mercury and Leo in your 10th house of your most public house, your house of your career and your public persona, how people speak and view you publicly, write about you, even like on social media. So something like that could be going on here still with Mercury here in your 10th house of your career. You know, you could be waiting to hear something, though, in regards to your career. Some kind of communication from either a client if you are self-employed, or if you work for someone else, a higher up, or just if you were looking for another position with a completely different company or something like that. Maybe you're waiting to hear from them. Okay, just, you know, to be on the safe side, it's always a good idea to watch what you say in public, but especially like on social media. Okay, so anyways, then Mercury does move into Virgo on the 9th, and this new moon on the 2nd will bring a new beginning with your, let's say, like group of friends. There could be a new member within your group of friends, an acquaintance or something or other. You can meet somebody new at this time. 11th house, excuse me, is like socializing in person or online, but it is like wanting to get out there and see your friends and go somewhere, you know, for drinks or see a live band or something or other. It's also the house of groups or organizations that you belong to, and the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So again, this could be a new beginning in this whole area. There could be a new person coming in, excuse me, to your group of friends, or some goal or other, you know, that dreams, hopes, and wishes, right? So there could be something you've had your eye on for a while, and that's what you're going after. This is your fresh start in that area, okay? Or you may even just start going to some new place. Tired of going to the same places all the time. You may find like a new club or bar or some place or other, you know, that you want to try out, and it could become your new hangout, okay? So just as there is a new moon, there's also a full moon this month in Pisces. In your 5th house, it's directly across from your 11th house of Virgo. So this full moon, though, has a partial lunar eclipse on it, okay, which means the energy from the eclipse will cause this full moon, the effect of the full moon, to last a little bit longer. Okay, so your 5th house is romance, creativity, fun, gambling, speculation, all forms of entertainment, games and sports, and anything to do with children. Okay, so you have Saturn, and just ignore that. That's an intergalactic phone call I have coming in. They can just leave a message. Anyways, you have Saturn and Neptune and Pisces in your 5th house, and they're both retrograde. Okay, so this isn't like the best combination, period, with these two planets together. And in your 5th house, you know, it does kind of make you get tired or bored with whatever it is that you do for entertainment or romance, or if you're working on a project that's creative, you know, it just may seem like it's not going anywhere. You know, especially if it's like a collaboration, or if you are involved in a romance that is just like, you know, very boring. It comes with a lot of baggage. The person has a lot of baggage that maybe you didn't even know about, and you're like, God, how did I get into this? Anyways, this could be something like that. That's what the full moon is for, is to bring a problem to the surface that has become an issue. Okay, it's an issue already. You have to get rid of it. So that's what this will do. You know, this is on the 17th, right? This full moon, partial lunar eclipse in your 5th house. It may even involve some of your friends, okay? Or some kind of like social event that you guys are all going to. You know, could be something like that. Whatever could take place around some kind of a party or something, or a gathering, okay? So then, I do have to mention, Mars moves into Cancer on the 4th. Where you have Cancer in your chart is your 9th house of long-distance travel and communications, legal matters, higher learning, foreign countries, people, languages. This is where your views are, your philosophy on life, your opinions, your religious and spiritual beliefs. So this is the house of adventure, okay? This gives you the desire to possibly learn something new, possibly through adventure. You know, maybe traveling somewhere that you've always wanted to go to. It could be for fun, but it could also be to learn something. You know, anything's possible at this time. You could be planning a trip. Maybe you're not taking one at this time. It doesn't have to be long distance, but it could be. It could even be to another country. Or this is also media and publishing, the 9th house. It is an internet house. You know, you could be creating if you don't already have one, a website or a podcast or a YouTube channel, something or other. Okay, I do also have to mention that Pluto is retrograding back into Capricorn up until November 19th, and then it will fully move into Aquarius. Okay, so it's been in Aquarius like most of this year, but it's falling back into Pluto on the 2nd, okay, in your 3rd house. That's where you have the sign of Capricorn. So this planet's been here for like a really, really long time. I doubt very much if it will have any effect on you. But I do have to mention that it's back where it has been for like years and years and years. So if you notice that, you know, the people in your neighborhood are back, or they're doing the same thing that they used to that you didn't like, or something about your area or your neighborhood. Okay, that's what the 3rd house is your everyday life and the people and places you would encounter throughout the normal course of your day. Okay. Also, I do have to also mention that the planet Uranus in Taurus, your opposite sign, okay, in your 7th house. Your 7th house is directly across from your 1st house of Scorpio. Well, anyways, Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house of close relationships and partnerships, arrangements and agreements, goes retrograde on the 1st. Okay, so all this means is in your close relationships, or again arrangements and agreements, there could be a little bit of a snag. Retrograde planets are good for changing your mind or finding out information, reviewing. Okay, so that could be what's going on here right now for you. You know, use this time to do just that. Like review an offer possibly that you were given. Could be for business, could be for romance even, or friendship. But it's not like something you really have to act on, that I think like immediately. It is something that could possibly have already popped up in the past and is just coming back around again. Okay, so the sun does move into Libra on the 22nd. Venus is in Libra at the beginning of the month up until the 22nd, when it falls into Scorpio in your 1st house. And Mercury also moves into Libra on the 26th in your 12th house, where you have the sign of Libra. So the 12th house is your house of solitude and your downtime, your alone time. This is where you spend time by yourself, doing things that you don't need other people around to do. You know, I always say like read a book or something or other. This is also the house of activities by you or someone else behind the scenes. The house of charity, how charitable you are, and also being on the receiving end of charitable acts of some kind. When Mercury's here, I call it the Great Investigator. It makes you a snoop, because Scorpios are snoopy anyways. That's what they do. They make like the best secret agents and stuff like that in the movies. You know, all of the traits that they possess are usually like Scorpio traits. Okay, anyways. So you could be inquiring about someone. It could even start at the beginning of the month with Venus in your 12th house. Sometimes brings about a secret admirer or a attraction to someone. It could be anyone that you just met, but it could be someone that maybe is back on the scene again within your group of friends. Okay. Could even be, yeah, could be having that secret romance that you and the other person don't want everyone to know about just yet. You know, maybe once, you know, planets enter your 1st house, like when the sun and everything else moves into Scorpio, you'll be more open about it. But Venus moves into your sign on the 22nd. And if you've listened to my videos in the past, you know that I always tell people when Venus is in your own sign, your 1st house or your 10th house, to milk it for all it's worth. Okay, because people find you far more appealing now than they do at any other time. They want to do nice things for you. They want to take you out to dinner, lunch, buy you drinks, give you small gifts, Lots and lots of compliments, even from complete strangers. Okay? So just keep that in mind. It's also a good time to talk to someone who is hard to talk to, who is uncooperative, or just doesn't care to be bothered. You know, if you need help or you need to speak to someone, even to just ask them for information, it's best to do it when Venus is in your own sign or your first house. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign. And the moon is in Scorpio on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Taurus, and those dates are the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 16th, 17th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for money is the 9th, 10th, 11th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for your career is the 1st, 26th, 27th, and 28th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for September. Be sure to check out my daily shorts, which used to be the weekly forecast. See you later.